All right. Um, Once I see a notification for Anon Kazan, I'll let him. I'll go ahead and end it here. That way, I don't overtake my man. What I will say is, I just feel like dabbing on Fuentes today. I think I've dabbed a fair amount on left-leaning folks and whatnot. Why don't I dab on the right-leaning folks? People like Nick Fuentes. I think he deserved to be dabbed on a bit. And it's like, if you're a legitimate Catholic, don't fuck with people like him. Don't. Please don't. I mean, that's all I can really tell y'all. Don't interact with people like this. You know, People like him are just going to use you and toss you out. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make any sense to me that you're going to call yourself a Catholic and then you're going to work with a guy like Nick Fuentes. It just doesn't make any logical sense. Oh, sorry for the dead air. But it's one of those things I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why you would follow somebody like that. What's going on, Union Army Ball? We're just gonna dab on Nick Fuentes for a little bit. We're not gonna make it a whole long stream, but we'll go ahead and we'll do that in between. So we'll go ahead and do that right there. And go ahead and hide that. Okay. Yeah. You're interested in if you're got an interesting Matt Walsh video? Sure. Yeah. Sure. You can send me a Matt Walsh video. Why not? Let me go ahead and click over here, and I'll get it in the main chat. Oh, wait a minute. Let me mute that. That way it'll be muted when I do this right here. Doodle doodle doo, doodle doo, doodle doo. There we go. Okay. But yeah. 2 million, the Million MAGA March 2.0 Charlemagne. Yeah. The MAGA March was cringe. I mean, it has timestamps in the. What you don't? Okay, that sounds good. Let's see what we got here. Case for secession. Oh boy.
Today on the Matt Walsh Show, there's been a lot of talk in recent weeks about breaking up the country.
Let's see what we got here. 219.
Right. It's always better, I think, to frame political conversations within the context of reality. And so we should begin by acknowledging that in reality, there will almost certainly be no serious move towards secession or national divorce. The Civil War has already settled the question of whether states will be allowed to peacefully secede. Notice, I don't say that the Civil War settled the question of it. So, there will be no divorce or secession now without war. And as for war, I really don't think that a country hooked on Netflix binges, video games, fast food has the will or the interest to fight a war on their own soil. I mean,
he has a point. He does have a point about that. What I will say is that things can change quickly, Things can change rather quickly. And it's very, like I say, right now, it's kind of low intensity warfare with all these riots and everything. But I feel like, there's an echo. Oh, how the hell? Oh. From here? Echo. How's there an echo? Okay. Hold on, then. Okay, I'm a little too boomer, so give me a moment. Okay, let me mute myself right. Okay. Okay, we still echoing? I just plugged in my mic just to see. I don't know if it's going to still echo or not. I'll just wait for a moment. Let me see here. That's on mute. Okay, that's muted. That shouldn't be a problem. Oh, the video was echoing, not you. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. All right, let me. Okay, sorry about that. I'll go ahead and. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this here right quick. Yeah. Yeah. So, hold on. There's a lot of deeper history that I think that Matt Walsh here is leaving out. The thing is that Civil War, I mean, the first Civil War came up for a lot of different reasons. You know, there was a lot of placating back and forth with slavery, you know, such as, you know, the Missouri Compromise, the, you know, good old Calhoun of, you know, I can't think of where Congressman Calhoun was from, but it's like there were a lot of events that occurred. And, you know, then of course, you know, you had Harper's Ferry and everything else. So there is a movement going on. You know, there are movements going on, you know, whether it's the Antifa groups that are not aligned with each other. I always try to be careful when I say that. But you also have the, you know, the movement, you know, the various far right things, you know, and you have people like, you know, Nick Fuentes who are saying we need to destroy the GOP. Of course, it doesn't mean anything. And, you know, he can say that all he wants to. The thing is that, you know, Nick Fuentes will probably turn himself into a politician of some sort and probably get some, who knows? Or he could just be a shitposter for the rest of his life. Who knows? But it's like, I really don't see. Now there's almost no audio for the video. Okay. Okay, how the hell did I do that? Okay, let me see here. Okay, so there's the audio there. Okay, let me see what we got here. Okay, let me figure what's going on with this here. Let me see. Okay. Okay, do I need to... Okay, let's go ahead and do it this way. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and stop this. Okay, let's go ahead and share the screen one more time. Let's see if that happens. Share the audio. Okay, there we go. Sharing the audio. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, okay, we'll hide that. All right. Okay, I will be looking at the chat, though, just to make sure.
Should happen. Now, it seems certain that the country will not break apart, but should it? You know, imagining for a moment that it were possible for state...
Okay, did everyone hear that? Or I just want to make sure here. That's probably... Yeah, I just want to make sure here. Now it works fine. Okay, good deal. Okay. Yeah, it's probably just because I didn't plug in my mic. That's probably... Oh, well. Okay. Good deal. Let's get into it.
States to leave the Union without 2% of the population dying again in a cataclysmic war of attrition. Would that be for the best? Out of all the possible paths forward, would secession be the most preferable, if also the least plausible? I think so. If divorce were possible, it should be what we elect to do. The reason, as I've argued many times in the past, is that we're already divorced in every way but officially. The left and right, and these groups themselves are splintered, especially on the right, have a wide and impassable gulf between them. They have nothing in common, even at the most basic level. No shared priorities, beliefs, goals, values.
Yeah.
We might as well be living in different galaxies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I wanted to meaningfully unite with someone who believes that America is systemically racist, babies aren't people, men have uteruses, the police should be defunded, prefers socialism over capitalism, I wouldn't know how. You know, I can't relate to such a person on any level at all. So unite around what? By what? Through what?
Yeah.
We have nothing in common. We share nothing except maybe a language, but even that's not guaranteed these days. We used to share at least a handful of cultural traditions, but those have all been rendered political and quote unquote problematic. We don't have the deeper and more fundamental commonalities. Neither do we have the more superficial, which means we have nothing to bind us together at all, except the simple fact that we are bound. That's not how I want it to be, but it's how it is.
Okay, the thing is that, he kind of gives the standard sort of conservative talking points here, which is like, oh, babies, this and that. It's like, I don't think all leftists feel that way. I think that it's just easier to whitewash people that way. I get that. But I think what he's talking about is basically, I think what he may talk about is this very big LARP that happened with Texas, where they said basically is that maybe we should create a set of states that actually agrees with the Constitution. I'm just like, that's nice to say, but yeah. Okay.
If secession and separation are not our fate, and as I said, they probably won't be, then what else? The preferability of divorce becomes clearer when you consider the other options, which, so far as I can tell, can be boiled down to three possibilities. I think if it's not secession, then here are the three paths that we may go from here.
Yeah.
Number one, we could have indefinite stalemate and stagnation. This is the possibility that Ross Douthat, if that's how you pronounce his name, I can never quite figure it out, explores in The Decadent Society, a book that just published a few months ago, which I would recommend. He argues that we're doomed, for a while at least, to drift along aimlessly in political and cultural stalemate, not collapsing catastrophically, but also not achieving or advancing in any particular direction.
Yeah.
I tend to agree that this is what's happening and probably will continue happening, but I wouldn't choose it. It's not the best path, even if it's the most likely. The Bible says that Christ will spit the lukewarm out of his mouth. It's sort of horrifying to think that my children will inherit a lukewarm civilization sputtering along.
You don't have to throw the Bible in at every point. Yeah. Texas has a level of autonomy. Yeah. Secession isn't going to happen. No, it won't. Worst possible timeline. Yeah. You don't consider McDonald's culture? Yeah. Go ahead.
Not hot or cold, neither dead nor alive, heading neither toward ruin nor glory.
Yeah.
Number two.
We've been on that path, though, for the past, at least within my lifetime, yeah. It's pretty much been like that, yeah. I was born in 1985, so yeah.
Other possibility, escalating violence and unrest. Recent events may point to this possibility. For a while, leftist radicals reigned terror in our cities unopposed, basically. Now they're being met with force. Could continue like this, getting bloodier and more brutal, never turning into a full-scale organized war, but causing untold...
Yeah, a low-intensity war. That's what people have been talking about, yeah.
Death and damage all the same. And then number three, there could be unity.
No.
That's possible.
No.
But through submission. See, there's always the possibility that division will give way to unity. But this can't happen through compromise, as there is no middle ground between two diametrically opposed views of life and reality.
Yeah.
I can't meet someone halfway when they argue in favor of giving hormones to physically healthy children or insist that it's automatically racist for white police officers to shoot violent black suspects.
Fading away would be the way. Yeah.
Where's the halfway point on those issues? Or any of the other ones that separate us? What's the halfway point between theism and atheistic nihilism? How do I compromise with a worldview that defines itself by its opposition to my own? It would seem that the only way to achieve unity would be for one side or the other to surrender. There's a great gulf between us and nowhere to meet within that gap.
Yeah.
But one side could abandon its post and just join the other. The problem is that given our cultural trajectory and the thorough hold the left has on the youngest generations, I don't see that.
Don't give me this whole, the left has a hole. This is the whole, the what's at school, the school, the colleges are indoctrinating people. No, come on. No, most people are just ambivalent. The thing is, you give so much credit to the left and everything else. It's like, no, in general, I think that, yeah, people just want healthcare, bro. They just want, this and that. A lot of folks would probably just go away. And you're seeing, like I say, once again, is that, if we want to talk about things in a very loose way, the left is breaking apart. We're seeing it right now. You know, there's plenty of folks who consider themselves the left. In actuality, they're more liberal, and they're happy as pie that Joe Biden is in, and they're not going to criticize Joe Biden, and they're going to fight for Joe Biden. And in other words, this money that was being given to BLM, it's not going to come in anymore. The money for whichever group, it's not going to come in anymore. You know, the money has shifted back into the hands of, the the politicians, and it has gone back into the hands of these oh man, I can't think. Anyway, but yeah, the money has gone back into their pockets, basically. And it's not going to go back into the hands of anyone else, in any other group like BLM or, these Antifa groups and everything else. Well,
I'm abandoning their post anytime soon. So if any side is going to give
Frankfurt
up the
School,
ghost
yes, thank you.
in the coming decades, I have to admit that it's probably more likely to be the one that I'm on. And that's an option that I find infinitely more horrifying and undesirable than secession. These would seem to be the three possible doors that our civilization could open and walk through. Right now, we're sort of standing in the foyer, wavering between these options, getting a taste of all three. The fourth, the door to secession and national divorce, is way off to the side, not being seriously considered by enough people to make it a plausible option at this point. But I firmly believe it would be for the best. America has never been a nation bonded together by one shared religion or ethnicity.
That's true.
But we did once share a creed. However imperfectly we lived by it. We no longer have that creed in common.
What's the creed?
Or really anything else in common.
What's
it's
the
sad.
Creed? What's the creed?
It's not what I want, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
And I wish that now we could all acknowledge it, go our separate ways, once and for all. Now let's get to our 5 headlines.
Okay, so he's just gonna. Okay, let's see here. Oh, well, there you go with that. I mean, that's just kind of just pretty, empty rhetoric. He's just like, well, separatism will be good, but it's like, of course, then when getting into, white separatism or any other, black separatism or anything else, he doesn't want to talk about that. So yeah, that's just kind of typical of those types of folks. Like I say, I don't care about the Pornhub crap or any. I don't care. Joe Biden, I don't care whatever crazy stuff he said. Yeah. So we're done with that video. But yeah, Assassin's Creed, yeah. Rad lives in reactionaries, yeah. I think he either means the Constitution or the Bible. Yeah. Americans love their Constitution. Yeah, we do, don't we? We love to talk about it. Yeah, the reactionaries complain about Marxism without reading theory, and the rad libs complain about Christianity without reading the Bible. That's true. That is true. Let's go ahead and view this Nick Fuentes highlights vid because it looks hilarious. Sorry. Look at all this fanfare for this guy. Look at that. Some guy's holding an icon. Lord have mercy. Look at this. This is the guy in the short vid that I had talking about that guy. He's 27 years old, makes $100,000 a year, and yet he's LARPing with this guy. He's LARPing with Nick Fuentes. Why would you do that? Doesn't make any sense, does it? Yeah. Look at how they massacred my boy. Yeah. Yeah, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. America's term is in terminal cringe. Yeah, absolutely.
But we have the 7 American people and both parties to represent the global special interests. We must have our own version of the Great Reset. We have to take the Republican Party and transform it completely into a party that puts America first.
Oh, my goodness. How are you going to do that, Biggin? How are you going to do that on any level? This is a guy who because he was good at debating and read some books, he's now suddenly seen as this messiah or something like that. It's just unbelievable. Mr. Woo Cat Boy, I'm going to have a date with an Australian cat boy who arguably is more wake nat than, and is more of an actual legitimate wake nat than any of the wake nats that you criticized. Well, you know what? Maybe that's a little much, but still, it's just like a guy like that is now going to try to, it's unbelievable. A guy who says he absolutely hates women, absolutely hates them. And now he's going to try to, convince these folks. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Chanting a meme, IRL is cringe. Exactly. Yeah. Walsh looks different though. Yeah. Meme politics and its consequence. It really is. It's so sad with the Groyper business. It is. It's sad. It was a good meme. And then people like, Nick Fuentes just had to co-opt it and ruin it. But yeah.
America first! 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 Republicans in the Senate, and they confirm judges, and never the
YMCA. You can hear YMCA in the background. Why? Why would they be putting YMCA in the background? It doesn't make any sense. Go ahead.
Nonetheless, all of the policies stay the same. I have had enough of that. I don't know what will happen in this election. One of our biggest and best cases in Texas was just denied in the Supreme Court last night. There are cases pending in Georgia and Wisconsin, and today
desperately holding on. It's pitiful. It's like, look, the thing is that people just be realistic. All right, he's out. Okay, Donald Trump is out, and he's taking millions of dollars from ordinary people so that he can try to basically fund whatever lawsuits that he has pending. He's going to be kicked off Twitter and everything else. It's just, why do you want to defend a guy like that? He doesn't care about you. Why do you want to be a chump? I can't imagine being this much of a dupe. It's sad. I feel so sorry for these folks. I do. These traditional Catholic folks are going to follow a guy that, curses women all the time, that is hanging out with cringe losers like Baked Alaska. And it's just, I just feel sorry. I feel,
yeah. New lawsuits in every single swing state.
Yeah.
I don't know what the outcome will be, but
that sounds good, Union Army Ball.
Happens on January 20th. Whether President Trump is inaugurated or Joe Biden is inaugurated, our mission is clear. Everybody that is turned out to swing state capitals and everybody that is turned out to this capital today must turn out and knock on doors and phone bank and fundraise to primary every last Republican that did not support President Trump. Yeah!
Oh, boy. And they'll say, what did Donald Trump get you? And say, what is this Republican candidate going to give me? That's what they'll ask you. What did this person get me? Are they going to get me health care? Are they going to get me, living wage? Are they going to bring back my manufacturing job? Trump promised that. He didn't do any of that. And these goobers don't have an answer for that.
Does anybody here want Nikki Haley to be president? No!
This guy supported Mitt Romney for president. It has to be said, he did support Mitt Romney and only jumped on the Trump train afterwards. I'm just saying stuff that people have repeated over and over, but it's like, why would you follow this guy? It's just so sad. Yeah, I can't watch the kid. Yeah, I hear you. He definitely needs to read more, listen more, and talk less. It's too late for him. He's such a grifter. Yeah, he needs to read more. God bless the kid, but he's a perfect example of no investigation, no right to speak. Absolutely. Remember when Spencer said the system was irredeemable? Now he's an unironic Biden stand. That's true, yeah. Like I say, it's turned so many people off online from politics in general. They're just like, screw it. You know? That's why people like me, it's like, I would rather join the Russian mafia than join a Democratic group or a left-wing group or a right-wing group. Honestly, you know, I would rather join the Russian mafia and get tatted up and, be an enforcer or something like that than ever join these goobers.
Nikki Haley will never be president of the United States. USA! USA! Thank you so much.
I just feel so sorry.
Who did this to us? It wasn't the Democratic Party, really. The Republicans control the state legislatures. The Republicans control a lot of these governors are Republicans. A lot of these Secretary of States are Republicans. For a long time, we have been going to war.
Look at this. Oh, man. This is Mr. Doxer himself right here, isn't it? This is a guy who died, Mr. What is it? Wignat movement. I mean, I'm sorry. Oh, American Identity Movement. Yeah, that's it. American Identity Movement. Yeah, I can't even think of his name, but it's like, you're going to stick up for a guy like that, huh?
Conservatism against people like Dan Crenshaw, Charlie Kirk, and all of these other traitors.
Oh, boy. The thing is that they know how to play the game. People like you are just LARPing.
That's right. But it's about time. It's about time that the average Trump supporter gets on board with what we are doing.
Yeah. The only reason
what are you doing?
The outcome is not going to be that way is because the institutions that are corrupt and on amnesty, because they love that. They want nothing.
I hate white people. Yeah. As bad as Fuentes is, Spencer is far worse. Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah. Redneck Land once now votes for Biden accelerationism. Yeah. Lowell Spencer thinks he's playing 4D chess by voting for Biden. Yeah, exactly. It's just ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, my bad, Rod Dog. Sorry about that. Yeah. I probably just uploaded it too fast. Sorry about that. Yeah. Fuentes has this raper group, but soon he'll fail to, move Biden left, move the Republicans right, duped by the system. Yep. They have been. They have been.
Better than to give support such as Charlie Kirk, Dan Crenshaw, and every other establishment still.
This just call and response, isn't it? This just call and response. They don't need. They're just giving you lip service about who you should hate. Damn it, I'm sounding more like a bread tuber, but it's like they're just telling you who to hate, and they're not going to give you any actual policies. They're not going to give them any actual, idea of what's supposed to be done now. They can't.
Well, thank you so much. How about the America First crew? Are these guys incredible? We truly have the best people in the country. By now, I think you understand what the nature of our struggle is.
They can't even get, see, it took me long enough, but it's like they couldn't even get professional microphones. They just have bullhorns. They have one bullhorn to pass amongst them. It's just so sad. Just so sad. The only hope for America is outside of America. Yeah. Eliminate enemy, simple as, yeah. Well, people who are very ideologically orthodox get banned. The grifters get rewarded. Yep. You're caught in a loop system. Yeah. You're caught in a loop the system wants you to be in. Yep. Like Trump and not Israel, lol. Yeah. It's just so. Oh, it's so sad. Yep. YouTube will keep banning people. They will. Fuentes got banned from YouTube, yeah. And now he's got all these fake bots, so I've heard on D Live, but yeah.
We are fighting not against our enemies, we are fighting against the traitors within our own ranks. Yeah. And it's so important to think about the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court and the federal judiciary was the ambition of Mitch McConnell for decades. This is an objective which benefited the political class in Washington, D.C. Mitch McConnell wanted the federal judges. Mitch McConnell wanted the Supreme Court. And you can see...
Oh, no. What about my based Amy Coney Barrett, though? My based Catholic, right? My based Catholic, bro. She's a base Catholic. She's going to be on our side. Yeah, once you get that lifetime membership, it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter what they think. Ugh.
Who the federal judges in the Supreme Court benefit?
Yeah, they like economic protectionism. Basically, they like the platform Trump ran with, but not what he actually did. Yep.
The Supreme Court does nothing for the people of this country. Ever since President Trump was in office, Mitch McConnell and the Republican establishment...
It's just kind of like what I said before, is as you get older, and maybe as you get more woken, you get tired of people telling you who to be afraid of. You get tired of people telling you what you should be worried about. And you start to finally wake up and realize, that maybe you should just try to speak for yourself, And it's sad with folks like this, where they just think that people like Nick Fuentes are actually going to do something. And when in reality, it's not going to happen.
Have been using him for their own political gain. In President Trump's time of need, they have been nowhere to be found. And just take a look.
Yeah.
This guy's a lot louder.
Oh, boy. Tim Pool. Yeah, I think so. Probably Tim Pool, because I think with Tim Pool is that, they actually had a good conversation. When Vosh recently talked with Tim Pool, they did kind of get along a bit there, but yeah. I did see Argent streaming on that, but it's just, Okay, let's finish this bit up, though.
We need a bigger microphone. But you take a look at every single Supreme Court justice, from Gorsuch to Kavanaugh to Amy Coney Barrett. Brett Kavanaugh was called a rapist by Kamala Harris. And now Brett Kavanaugh has just all but guaranteed that Kamala Harris will become the president within the next 4 years.
It's almost like it doesn't matter who gets voted in for the Supreme Court. It's almost like it doesn't matter because... it's the same thing with Neil Gorsuch, who voted in favor of, the, I'll just say Native American tribes. I know indigenous tribes out in eastern Oklahoma. They pretty much have free reign. They pretty much have a get out of, they're pretty much untouchable by the federal government. So, there is obviously, there could be a push further and further. I mean, who knows how much, but, of, these native tribes to gain more power. And obviously they, they do have a fair amount of power. I don't say that I don't say that lightly, but it's like, and I know I always bring it up, but it's like the Comanches have, Comanche Nation Casino and Hotel. You have Kiowa Nation. You've got and they're buying up land. So we're going to see more of that come up. I don't say that as a bad thing. I just say that's just how it is. And they are getting their land, or they're getting some sort of land back. But you don't really talk about it because it's not being done in the same way. But that's my base conservatives for you.
How does that work? She called him
Some level is true.
She destroyed
Trump was obstructed and used by the system. Maybe he was also quite naive.
And how does he pay her back? He ensures that she will become the president of the United States. And this is just one example of what the Republican Party does time and time again. They betray their constituents. They betray...
Does the left have a Cantwell? That's a good question. I'm going to have to think about this a little bit. Are there anybody to be that cringe? It's like, I mean, a lot of these individual Antifa folks would probably be pretty... they'd be pretty cringe. I think Michael Reinhold, God rest his soul, I think would be the closest thing to a can't well for the left, I think. And that's kind of cringe to say that. And I know that's kind of disrespectful, but I think just for somebody that's just so out there, yeah.
The people that vote for them, that support them, that fund them, and they benefit the people that want us dead. Another perfect example is Madison Cawthorn. Now, Madison Cawthorn is in a wheelchair. And everybody knows that. He's always talking about taking a stand for something. Does he think that's funny? Is that supposed to be a joke? And
I mean, Governor Abbott here in Texas is in a wheelchair too. That doesn't. What does that have to do with anything?
here's what's more. He comes around in a wheelchair, and everybody thinks that he lost his legs because he's a veteran.
Oh shit!
Madison Cawthorn lost his ability to walk because he was in a drunk driving accident, not because he's a veteran. Madison Cawthorn is the epitome of everything that is wrong with the Republican establishment. Madison Cawthorn defeated a Republican primary opponent that was endorsed by President Trump. Madison Cawthorn he claims to be the grassroots. He claims to be a real conservative. He claims to be utterly impossible. It's true. Think of who we're up against here. We're up against big tech, Mark Zuckerberg with all his money.
Oh boy.
And Jeff Bezos, I am in control of.
Just so sad, isn't it?
We ask for his help.
Just so sad. I can't watch any more of that. Okay. Let's do this funny video, and then I think we'll call it good.
But we can do it.
And then y'all can go ahead and watch what you're going to watch. But yeah.
Read from a list that I have made.
Yeah, I'm shocked, exactly. What's going on, bro?
My tribe.
Disables are people are wrong. Yeah.
Sove hele natten.
All right.
Helt til neste dag. Det blir godt å hvile, hvile, hvile hele natten, helt til neste dag.
All right.
Det blir godt å... Because he told Snorre. Snorre Vestfold Rykk. He told him.
Yeah. What the? Oof. Don't tell me he's going to fix his leg with that.
Hey Loden, say hello, say hello, loaded, hey loaded, loaded.
Take me out tonight. Where there's music.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, life hacks. Yeah. Still satanic. Yeah. Yeah. Paganism. Yeah. It's kind of Varco's Goku. Yeah. It's something. I don't. Yeah. Well, thank you for that, Noswell Jedi. Thank you for suggesting that video. That was a funny one. Okay. Let me go ahead and make sure here. So, do y'all want to watch the Ewoks Unhinged stream, and just you want me to go ahead and end it here, or is there something else y'all want me to talk about? Press 1 if you want me to end it, or press 2 if you want to talk about something else. I'll just wait. I know it's going to take a minute. You want to watch Despacito? 2. Okay, let me see. Yeah. So Vosh called out Jimmy Dore. Now is he shamelessly defending the DNC? Okay. All right. Okay. I will talk about I'll just talk briefly about the Jimmy Dore thing, and then we'll go ahead and end it. Yeah. So with the whole Vosh versus Jimmy Dore thing, I think that I appreciate that, Gurkarin, but yeah, I know that everyone else wants to watch the other stream, so that's okay. But it's all good. I will, I do respond to democracy. Or, okay, you want me to keep on going? All right, I'll keep going. But with the Jimmy Dore thing, I think that I think it's just ridiculous, to be honest with you. I think that keep the stream going. Okay. I think with that whole business is that I don't know why I'm just I think that it's just one of those things where it's just like we need to be patient in everything else. It's just like it's kind of you're trying to balance out a couple of things where it's just like you heard from a lot of the BreadTube folks, and from even Vosh himself is my source on mainstream USA politics. He's a good social democrat. Yeah, I agree. Vosh said he would push Biden left, but now he is sucking the DNC as expected. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean that's very true about him. I think that yeah, a lot of it just very cringe, to say the least, to see what's going on. It's people talk about, of course, oh, we only have this many years left for climate change, this and that, but it's like now, of course, the now that we have Biden in office, they're like, oh, well, we knew that Biden was going to be like this, and that's what Fosh is saying. It's like, well, I knew he was going to be like this. I knew he wasn't going to be, but just the arrogance of him, this and that, and it's just, yeah, it's very cringe. But yeah, it's very cringe, to say the least, to say that he's decided to flip this, to go to defending the DNC even more. It's just very sad. Yeah, type of social democrat we haven't seen for like 50 or 60 years with some evidence. Yeah. Yep. Very much so. It's funny because, of course, like I say, AOC, of course, was doing the Among Us streams and everything else, and now I said it before and I'll say it again, is that she has become the e-girl. She has just become the e-girl politician. And the smarter politicians are going to be on Twitch just the same way, and they're going to talk about the newest game. And that's all they're going to do. It's like, oh, don't y'all like that Steampunk 2077? That's great, isn't it? And it's just, that's, yeah. But yeah, it's just kind of cringe, to say the least. But yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and see what we got here with this. Vosh reacts Tanky Twitter. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you showed
All right,
this. Okay.
what's this? I've been called out by Tanky Twitter. Let's see. Somebody link this. Love me the drama. Definitely not Zhang Yu. Red rapper, Bolshevik beat maker. I like to debunk imperialist lies. Okay, I'm sure this guy is a super reliable resource on leftist theory. Just listen to how condescendingly Vosh talks down to your boy Hakeem in Iraqi
Mhm.
about U.S. imperialism in Iraq. Please retweet this so more people know what a fraud and racist Vosh really is. Just drop the facade and join the alt-right already. It can mean the Black Panther. Material conditions doesn't just mean servant of capital. Material conditions can mean Stonewater. It can mean the Black Panther. Did I just say Stonewater? I meant Stonewall. Fuck, I was so tired last night. Panther Party, which, by the way, also fought for racial equality, not just socialism. Material conditions can mean... Fuck. Wait, they're like fact-checking me with text. If you were consistent, you'd be deriding the Panthers for being tankies instead of tokenizing them for your bullshit argument. How the fuck am I tokenizing the Black Panther Party by saying they fought for racial equality? What the
They
fuck?
didn't. They
That is
fought for
some
black folks.
weird...
They fought for black folks. They didn't fight for all white folks. They put white folks primarily in a supportive role for that very reason. They weren't fighting for... They weren't fighting for... They fought for representation for black folks. Same thing with Malcolm X. There's a lot of these lefties that somehow think that Malcolm X is completely on their side. It's like, no, he fought for black folks. Just because he wasn't full-on anti-white, in the last few months of his life. No, he fought for black folks. He didn't fight for you, cracker.
That is a very strange accusation. Not just socialism. Material conditions.
Can't see my messages, goddamn. I fucking hate YouTube with this fucking bullshit. Oh, really?
Pursuing national liberation.
Oh, I have top chat on? Okay, let me go ahead and change it.
Okay, yeah, so they're
Can I
basically
change it?
complaining about lesbians marching outside of the Washington. Okay? History? And you are lucky that I
okay.
personally
Okay, gotcha. Okay, there we go. So I got live chat on now. Okay.
Is Hakeem from Iraq? Well, hey, listen, okay? We're going to get Biden to get those troops out of Iraq, okay? Wait, did he already do that? We're going to keep Biden from fucking bombing any more of your airports, okay? That's what we're going to do. You're welcome, Hakeem. True.
Wow.
It's white savior bullshit to believe Biden is better than Trump on foreign policy.
Yep, it's true.
Notice how violently these people will abuse identity politics when it serves their interests too. So that makes me alt-right by saying that Biden is going to do... Dude... All right. Respond to Hakeem when he responds inevitably. No, I don't care about these people. Guys, listen.
Yes, you do.
Like Hakeem are literally a fucking cancer on online leftist discourse. They don't convert anyone. The only people they convert are fucking lefties over to pseudo-fascism, okay? I don't give a fuck about any of these people. They're worthless, okay? They're a cancer. I don't give a fuck about any of them. I'm not going to continue to bolster their channel by giving them attention because I, with my superior ideas, got fucking 5 times the subs Hakeem did in half the time.
Nobody cares about
I know what I do.
subs
works.
you have.
I'm not
Who
going to
cares?
keep giving these guys fucking freebies. The only reason I went over that video is because people keep emailing me to do so. And I did, and it was stupid. That video was dumb, and I was right. What's this? Hey guys, do me a favor. Clip out Vosh's non-criticism of my video and upload it separately to YouTube so I can deal with it. Okay. Also, Vosh, I know you're reading this. Next time, how about letting me know you responded instead of hiding it and hoping I don't find out? What? Next
I
time,
added
how
you.
about letting me know you responded instead of hiding it and hoping
I added you when I responded originally. I expect the same courtesy. Why is he leaving the last line out?
I don't make a YouTube video. I don't at the people I cover on stream.
I added you when you responded originally.
Damn.
I expect the same courtesy.
Yeah, sneakily streaming it, you know?
No.
Does he know that I live stream? Does he think that I recorded it and then like uploaded it unlisted or something?
What type of logic is it? Yeah, it's pretty bad,
I don't even know. These people. Sorry. I'm just browsing the memes. One of the reasons why I do like engaging with drama. One of the thing though, is I don't like platforming. Also, well, the funny thing is that this is misusing the meme format because the purpose of the meme is that the smaller entity prevails over the larger entity. That's the purpose of the meme. Have you ever seen like a big fantasy piece where a small warrior stands against a giant and the giant wins? No, it isn't. You're wrong. Wait, am I wrong? I thought the purpose of the meme was that the big thing loses. Well, it doesn't really matter to me. The point that I was getting at, though, is that I feel like some
A
people,
proto-crypto
some
pseudo-fascist,
people
yeah.
really benefit from drama.
Yeah.
Like
Hakeem
way
did
more.
nothing wrong. Yep.
And
Sander
I don't
Hall
wanna,
acts like the
like,
smug kid who's proud. He got the right answer. Yeah.
propagate viewership for bad faith actors. You are neither. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Here's a warning. Listen. Here's the threat. Okay. Here's the threat you guys need to realize. Okay. Back at the beginning of my channel, when I was just getting started, when I was a tiny little baby channel, and Hunter Avalone had like 500,000 subs or whatever. Hunter Avalone responding to me and giving me attention was one of the things that really pushed my algorithm growth right off the beginning. So you have to understand that giving in and addressing smaller channels repeatedly can give them a lot of like
He's repeated this before. Golly, pitiful. Pitiful, pitiful, pitiful. Oh boy. There you go, huh? What does woke mean? Oh boy. Okay. That was, yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, definitely solidarity with Hakeem though. Definitely, yeah. You know, actually, you know what? Let's respond to, you know what? Let me look at this here right quick. There we go. It was all a hoax. Oh boy. I wouldn't normally do this, but I figure why not? So let's go ahead and listen to some of this. Here's some more cringe.
You're fake, you're weak,
Okay.
and you're ugly.
Okay. Do you think you know more than all of the medical consensus on this subject?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
That's all I needed to
absolutely
know.
do.
You're such a virtue signaling little shill right now. Listen to yourself. Oh, I don't want anybody to harm themselves. I care about all peoples. But trans people
Yeah.
can't have the medical
for a
surgery
minute.
that's been
Yeah.
shown to help. That's
Oh,
what-
yeah.
Oh, I know.
fucking hate
Listen,
you. I
hey,
literally wish you were dead. I hate you.
I know you do, and I don't really
Yeah.
care because when the facts hurt your feelings, you melt down into a crying little. Time to call up my self-professed biggest hater.
Oh boy. So this guy is Beardson Beardley. I think y'all have heard of him. Beardson Beardley is with talking about Nick Fuentes, we might as well talk about somebody else, which is Beardson Beardley, who has been on Nick Fuentes' side along with oh my goodness, what is his name? I can't, you know what? I don't even care. But anyway, this guy Beardson Beardley, just plays video games, joins Nick Fuentes wearing Hawaiian shirts pretending to be cool. Just a hanger on, basically. It's just ridiculous. Well, let's go ahead and see some of this.
Hater.
King Beardson.
I'm a little scared. Let's go.
How about now?
All right, now I can hear you. What's up?
All right.
Okay, you call yourself my biggest hater. I saw your tweet. I saw your tweet where you said you were the world premiere Hunter Avalone biggest hater or something. So hit me up.
The thing is, he vapes as well. So I know that's a small thing to say, but it's like it's just ridiculous to say the least. It's like, oh yeah, he vapes. It's like I'm so cool. It's like, no, come on, get out of here with that nonsense. Yeah, I got to watch the video now. Yeah, what he cut out. Oh yeah, exactly. Oh fuck, I beg you, man. I don't ever want to hear Beardson again. Okay, yeah, that's fair. We don't have to do that. Yeah, Beardson is pretty sad. You know what? There is a picture of Beardson here. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah. Skin in the game. Okay, here we go. Beardson Beardley. Let's go ahead and see here. Oh, they're not going to show it now. Okay, Beardson Beardley. Let's see here. Oh man, of course they're not going to show the picture. Everyone has it downloaded probably somewhere, but yeah. It's just ridiculous to see anyway with Beardson Beardley. But yeah, it's just a sad bit, isn't it? Sean, I can't even think their names off. Here we go. Yeah. This is Beardson Beardley right here. Look at this guy, huh? This is, peak masculinity right here, right? Just ridiculous. I was trying to find the picture of him standing next to everybody else and him being like 5'4". Yeah. These are just, yeah, just very sad people, you know. Yeah, look at this clip. Okay. Why do all these fucks use bright neon lights? Can't understand why Contra does it. It needs to shine a bunch of green in his face to pass as a woman. Yeah, exactly. All right, let me go ahead and see here. There we go. Let's take a look at this. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let me see what we got here. Okay, what's this? Oh. Okay.
Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm Victoria.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
Jenny. Are you registered to vote? Cause we are.
Ooh.
Here's a message from us to you.
Ooh.
Hit it, Mom.
What the hell?
We love our skin. We love our faith. We love
Whoops.
our gays. Trump will keep
Booba.
us
Yeah,
safe.
exactly.
Trump doesn't care about me. He doesn't care about you. He only cares about money and lying to you.
Make sure here.
Sing it. Real women
Yeah.
settle for Joe. We don't want no pedal Cheeto. Yeah, real women settle for Joe. Okay.
Wow.
Real women.
Okay, that's enough. I can only take so much cringe. I'm sorry. Too much. Too much. So someone was saying Despacito, right? We were talking about Despacito, right? Weren't we saying that? Okay. Let's do some Despacito then. Let me see here. We'll find a Despacito one. There we go. Let's see here. Should we do the Joe Biden thing where he does the Despacito? Okay, well, why not? We'll go ahead and do this.
Ay. Fonsi. Chihuahua.
Oh,
Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Hey. Sí, sabes que ya llevo un rato mirándote. Tengo que bailar contigo hoy. Chihuahua. Vi que tu mirada ya estaba llamándome. Muéstrame el camino que yo voy. Oh, tú eres el imán y yo soy el metal. Me voy acercando y voy armando el plan. Solo con pensarlo se acelera el pulso. Oh yeah, ya me está gustando más de lo normal. Todos mis sentidos van pidiendo más. Esto hay que tomarlo sin ningún apuro. Despacito, quiero respirar tu cuello despacito. Deja que te diga cosas al oído.
Drywaller music.
Para que te acuerdes si no estás conmigo. Despacito, quiero desnudarte a besos despacito. Firma las paredes de tu laberinto y hacer de tu cuerpo todo un manuscrito. Sube.
all right. Okay. Yeah. Now, yeah. Texas anthem. Oh, boy. Drywall music. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, let me see here. What else can we do? What else can we respond to? Oh my goodness. My brain is fried. I'm sorry. I hope y'all appreciate those videos that I did put out today. Cringe Crowder video. Okay. Okay. I don't think we've ever done a Crowder video on these streams, so why not? Okay. Oh yeah, this one. Oh yeah. This is one of the classics.
Now, people
right
have gotten
here.
really mad, and I want you to hear me. I understand this. We have a lot of people who watch who are not conservative, and we appreciate who are libertarians, who are anti-social justice warrior, who are anti-authoritarian, but are not right-wing, and I appreciate you. And I definitely want you to stay here and have a dialogue. But I'm not going to pander to you like a lot of other people out there. I know there are winning issues like guns and free speech and feminism, and we can talk about that. And I know you get really mad when I do the Bernie Sanders thing, but you need to understand something. Economic authoritarianism is still authoritarianism. I wrote about this.
Oh, really?
That Hitler, what do we hear about Hitler? He was
super right wing.
Right wing. Nazi stands for National Socialist German Workers' Party. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay. I know that everybody and their mom has responded to this, but why not? Let's go ahead and do it. So, once again, I mean, it depending on how much of a wignat. It's like, okay, apart from some third positionism and apart from Hitler making some, giving some lip service to unions, and even then, they all had to be part of the singular union. They didn't have separate unions like a leather workers union. It was all one union. And apart from trying to at least give lip service to the idea that everyone's going to get a car, like a Lada Riva, but it's going to be a Volkswagen Bug. That never happened either. You could thank Dr. Robert Ley for that. But there were, aspects that the Nazi regime gave lip service to, but in reality, Krupp and all these other big plants, Krupp Wiesen and all, I can't even think of all of them offhand, but it's like all these companies, Porsche, et cetera, they all pretty much did what they were told, Yeah, Base Strasser, yeah. I need to get some sleep. Oh, yeah, have a good night. Have a good night, Libs. No, yeah. Hitler was so socialist he put them into concentration camps. Yeah, exactly. That quote is from Gregor Strasser. Oh, really? Corporatist, which isn't socialist or capitalist. Yeah.
So put that in your back pocket. Now, let me get to something people will say. I know what you're going to say. National socialism, not democratic socialism like Bernie Sanders. There's a huge, one is fascism, right wing, one is not. They're both socialism. Democratic socialism always becomes nationalistic socialism.
What? Okay, I have never seen this all the way through. I've usually ignored people who respond to this video. How is democratic socialism? From my mind, I'm trying to be very specific and not trying to just, blow this off or try to just dab on him. Democratic socialism comes from Euro-communism, as far as I know. It comes from, we don't like the evil tankies who crushed the Hungarian Revolution. So we're going to come up with a more democratic socialist mindset. Yeah. They're still fighting over what socialist means, lol. Yeah, exactly. And this was made in 2016 too, but yeah. Could I do bad empanada? Yeah, sure. Sure, we can do that next. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this feijoa. Oh boy. Okay.
By definition, it has to. Why? Okay. The United States is not a democracy. You throw around the term.
I know. Hold on. We know. It's a republic. It's a representative republic.
Democratic as though it's noble. No. We're a constitutional representative republic. Why?
Oh, excuse me. Constitutional representative republic. Like I say, I used to hear this feijoa as well. It's just no, we're a oligarchy. That's what we are. We're an oligarchy. We're not Who do we represent? I mean, do they really represent the people? If that was the case, we wouldn't have the issues that we have. No, we're an oligarchy.
That's important to know. It's important to know we're not a democracy. That's because democracy is mob rule. The reason the United States was framed as a constitutional representative republic is to make sure that the rights of the minority are still protected.
I do remember when he got BTFO'd by those union workers, though. That was pretty hilarious. There was a time, it's like, and that was so obvious, too. It's like he baited those folks to do it. And then, of course, he got mad at, Sean Hannity. So he had to leave Fox News. But it's like, this guy, yeah. We're the West Bank. Yeah. Oh, okay. USSR was a republic. Yeah. Most countries are an oligarchy. Yeah, exactly.
From the majority. Otherwise, the majority can just vote and screw the minority. You're more liberal. You should be on board with that. Democracy, by definition, would inherently be bad for minorities. So, am I saying Bernie Sanders is like Hitler? No, but the ideology is the ideology that lends itself toward authoritarianism and fascism. Because
this is literally like, okay, for those that are on Twitter, I think that, GSP, I know GSP is on Twitter a lot. So I think GSP would probably be the only one that gets this, but the Was Bappin crew on Twitter, the Was Bappin folks who say that anybody with the rose emoji is a fascist. This is literally the Was Bappin type stuff here, where they say that Bernie Sanders is a fascist. Like, no, Bernie Sanders is he's just a shill, basically. I mean, he gave lip service to social democratic ideas without giving it any credence, you know?
Because of an increased expansion of the state. Hitler promised employment for all. Of course, was a self-avowed socialist. Innovative public works schemes gave workers increased benefits.
So did Roosevelt. The thing is that Hitler got his money from other places, so to speak. I mean, depends on how much you want to believe that, but yeah. And once again, I mean, dare I believe, you know, some of the liberal folks, but it's like the ideas of the Autobahn, for example, that actually comes from the Weimar era. That doesn't actually come from the Nazis. They just co-opted it and they said, yeah, we're going to do it so that we can have a road system so that we can, you know, better protect Germany, basically.
Increase jobs by increasing the state, not allowing wages to rise with prices because he wanted people working for the government. He ensured everyone had a job. Big education, free daycare. You had basic.
Well, hold on. The education didn't really turn out that well either, if we want to be honest. You know, once again, with the Hitler Youth, there, you know, I remember reading this article, brief little thing, but basically was saying that German students did worse once the Nazi regime came about because a lot of them had to do these Hitler Youth movements, where you know, they're going out and marching and shooting and, you know, river running and all that other stuff. So, you know, they were tired at the end of the day. German doctors were not that good, you know, frankly. You know, people were falling asleep and everything else. So it's like, no, to say that, you know, it was big on education, you know, it's like there were Czech students who did better than German students at that time. So yeah, it's just, you know, the German Democratic Republic probably did a better job, to be honest with you, but go ahead.
Basically an entire generation who were raised by
Roads
the
are
state,
Nazi, yeah,
nationalized health care, up to an 80% tax, gun control, of course, implemented gun control. Abortion was radically pro-abortion, blaming on the 1% back.
Whoa. Okay, hold on. Let me hear that.
Control, of course, implemented gun control. Basically an entire generation who were raised by the state, nationalized health care.
Yeah, how dare everyone have health care? But it's like, this didn't work that way either, you know.
Up to an 80% tax, gun control, of course.
Gun control, that has been broken. Even I have to push back on that. The thing is that that's kind of a misnomer. Guns were allowed, and it's like, once again, that kind of breaks off from the fact that they had the Volkssturm with different weapons. It's just that they didn't have the big stuff, basically. But yeah, you could still have pistols, and you could have some old rifles, this and that. And obviously, you know, you had the SA and everything else. By the time 1944 rolled around, then you could have the Mausers and all that stuff and the Lewis guns that you saw, you know, so that because they needed everyone they could to defend, you know, what was left of the Third Reich. But it's like, come on, man. Go ahead.
Implemented gun control. Abortion was radically pro-abortion.
So the issue with abortion, that kind of goes back to the T4 program and all that, and that was primarily based on Jews. But then you had the Lebensborn program as well, you know, where, you know, you had the SS guys who could basically sleep with women that the SS approved of, and had all these kids, which are ostracized later on. But it's like, there's a lot more here, and he's just, you know, yeah, very cringe, but yeah.
Blaming on the 1%. Back then, the 1%
and ban them for Aryans. Yeah.
None of these things are right wing. None of these things are libertarian or conservative. So let's get through. If you go policy for policy, there's nothing about him that's right wing or conservative, other than the fact that you're going to try and attribute racism to conservatism because that's what you've been taught to do by your college professor. Now, why is this so important? Going back to representative government. Well, Hitler used the idea of democracy, mob rule, to infringe on the rights of the minority. How do we feel about the rich Jews? The rich lying Jews, 1%? Let's have a vote. Kill the Judens. The majority, Germans, it's democratic and it's nationalistic.
The thing is, when he says that, okay, that it's hugely oversimplified. The thing is that I'm not going to sit here and be a World War II historian, but I know enough to BS my way through. And the thing is that, you had people like Roland Freisler, who was a fairly powerful lawyer and obviously became a judge for the People's Court, who helped to create the Nuremberg laws and everything else, and there was a strong bit of anti-Semitism that existed. I know that people always say, the knife in the back and everything else, but it's like it existed even before that as well. I mean, anti-Semitism was pretty popular in Europe anyway, even in Russia, which was more Eurasian. But still, I'm not gonna touch that. But it's like, no, I understand you're trying to be funny, but yeah.
They believe Germany was for the true Germans, not for the Jews. Democracy, nationalism, either way. Mob rule, the nationalists win. That's the whole point.
Okay, hold on. This is what happens when you speak so loosely. It's like, the German nationalists were not one thing. To think that, the Nazis were all nationalists, it's like, that's not really true. There are plenty of beefsteak Nazis, plenty of communists who became Nazis as well. And then, of course, you can get into the issues of, the conservative, aspect, or even Nosbel, even that, people like Karl Otto Peitel or Ernst Niekisch or Laufenberg. They didn't see things the same way, and they tried to create, like Ernst Niekisch when it was a Prussian Bolshevism. So to frame it this way is just very disingenuous. And also, the NSDAP had a huge ideological divisions. Exactly. Hitler was not a liberal, but approval of Hitler is the barometer for transcending libertardsy. Yeah. Does this guy support nationalism, though? He was on PragerU and they support nationalism. They support Zionism, maybe. I don't know about that. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get into this some more. This is, okay. I've never watched this all the way through.
And they infringe on the rights of the minorities. Now, I want you to take that and change it for 1 second. Take Jews, switch it to the wealthy. Because the Jews were the 1%. I have these numbers here. Jews in Germany made up less than 1%. They use that a lot, the 1% rhetoric. Change Germans to working class. You have an economic version of exactly the same thing.
No.
Am I saying the working class wants to haul millionaires, small business owners into gas chambers? No. What I'm saying is that's what democratic socialism is.
He's so disingenuous. He's so disingenuous. Do you actually want that? Well, no, but I remember that one kid. And I do remember this, back when Nick Fuentes was somewhat okay, but where he interviewed that guy who absolutely owned Crowder here, talking about, how libertarianism is cringe, this and that. It's just like it just walked away. But yeah, I think, people like Steven Crowder, they obviously are very protected. They have this sort of Lobert mindset, but they don't want to interact with the Wignans. They don't want to interact with the Gomis. So they try to stay in this middle area. It's just very ridiculous. But yeah, consume product. Yeah, I do. Pseudo nationalism. Yeah, democracy bad. Change one thing to an entirely different thing. Yeah, Bernie exposed. Yeah, exactly. Hitler won democratically, sure, but every person who wins an election with a socialist platform isn't Hitler. Yeah, exactly. It's like, once again, Hitler made plenty of concessions to conservatives, this and that. That's why, people will say, yeah, he was ultimately a tool of the capitalists, this and that. So,
mob rule. Mob rule Germans against the Jews. Minorities lose their rights. Mob rule Bernie Sanders. Mob rule democratic socialism as opposed to national socialism. Mob rule working class takes the rights of the wealthy in an economic way, while simultaneously, just like Hitler, expanding the state, free school, bigger government.
Yeah, the thing is, once again, he doesn't talk about what actually happened to the wealthy in Germany. He didn't talk about, Ferdinand Porsche, helping to design various tanks. He doesn't talk about, the Krupp family. It doesn't talk about, Willy Messerschmitt or any of these folks. Doesn't mention any of that and how they were, fairly rich fat cats who were able to, get their approval. There was even a committee, I think, that operated between, I think it was the SS and capitalists, where they, basically held meetings, this and that, and decided what to do. So, I mean, no, man, come on.
Government cracking down on businesses, so more people go to public school, raise their kids in public daycare, work for
Black
the government,
rifle cop.
and you
Yeah,
remove
send me my F-150
the
made
power
in
from the
China.
private sector, putting it to the government. Here's the deal: I don't have that much faith in government. The idea that Hitler was right wing.
Yeah, you should have more faith in corporations that will sell out. That will basically will take all their money and could put it into a golden parachute for a CEO that they didn't like. Yeah. Or the fact that they won't, have safety measures or anything else. But yeah, like I say, they can both suck. You can say government sucks, which I won't disagree with, but to say that corporations are better, no. They can say they both suck. Ultimately, at this point, I'm just going to, anyway, go ahead.
No, he was a very, very emphatic liberal, big government socialist.
Liberal. Oh, boy. When have liberals wanted that sort of thing? Like I say, even people like Vosh have admitted that liberals and conservatives are the same thing. It's just, basically liberals versus classical liberals. It's just such disinfo.
Undeniable.
Wir wollen ein Volk sein. Und ihr, meine Jugend, soll dieses Volk nun werden. Wir wollen einst keine Klassen und Stände mehr sehen. Und ihr...
Yeah, that didn't happen, though, with the class divisions. The class divisions still existed. They were still Junkers, which were the more wealthy landowners that still existed. The obviously the rich still existed. Obviously, I keep pointing to Krupp or point to Thiessen and all these other type of folks. They still existed. So this, like I say, this is just talk. Go ahead.
Ihr dürft ihn euch schon nicht groß werden lassen. Wir wollen einst ein Reich sehen, dass dieses Volk einst friedliebend und aber auch tapfer ist. Und ihr müsst friedfertig sein.
If you like this video,
So disingenuous. So disingenuous, yeah. I'll see you later, Union Army Ball. Yeah. Vosh has been saying Republicans are worse than DNC and getting worse. Yeah, well, that's him, yeah. Look at this. What am I looking at? Yeah, we literally end up with word games. Exactly. We do. We end up with word games. We do. Yeah. Let me see here. What am I looking at? Oh, he screwed up political dialogue forever, redefining right and left makes people who are right-wing, left-wing crazy. Yeah, exactly. That's what third position, that's the whole idea of third position. Yeah. That Hitler is still a hot potato between the left and right. Lol. Exactly. It's amazing that people can still think that it's some big thing that, it's just so cringe. Okay, let's go ahead and watch this.
The best way to understand the difference between this individual and myself is simply to look at the name that he gave himself, Thought Slime, and the image in the background of his video.
What the fuck?
Mr.
I'm not going to
Thoughts,
watch some hour thing.
Whether what Jyoti Brar said about the ideology.
I 100% guarantee you that
I will say this as well with Bad Empanada. An Aussie moving to Argentina. It strikes me as odd. It does. It strikes me as odd that some Aussie would go all the way to Argentina and live. I don't get that, I really don't get that whole type of thing with this guy. We're not going to watch every single minute of this. Apparently he's mad at Jyoti Brar because she said something that was, I guess, transphobic. I guess I don't. Go ahead.
Slime thinks that, you know, the validity of trans identities, the acceptance of trans people, is also linked to imperialism. 100% guarantee you.
Hold on.
Soviet Union and China. She spoke in defense of the Islamic Republic of Iran. She spoke in
Inshallah.
defense of many governments around the world, and she viewed the transgender struggle as a struggle that was involved with tearing down U.S. imperialism. Now, I don't know.
It's ironic because it's ironic that he says that. I mean, the thing is that transgenderism is something that the West came up with primarily. And like I said, I'm not going to go full Wignat, even though we just talked about Hortler. So I'm not going to do that. But it's like transgenderism is something that the West created. It's not something that the rest of that the third world wants. You know, that's only something that, you know, that only countries that have this likelihood where you can mutilate yourself to, you know, to make yourself feel better because you have dysphoria or something like that. It's just, no, come on, man. It's a West, that's, you know, literally transgenderism is part of Western imperialism. I will just say it. But yeah, I mean, that's my view. You can go ahead and disagree. Someone will probably say, yeah, it's not right for you to say that, but it is how I feel. And you can disagree with me as you please. Yeah, that's how I feel in general. Disagree with me as you please. Ow. There we go. Okay. Go ahead and look at the chat here. Whoop, boop, 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 boom. Here we go. Oh, what the? God damn it. It's because I wanted to do it that. Ah. Sorry. Two boomer for my own good. Okay. Funny clip. Here we go. And that one. That it? I think it is. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and go back to Caleb Maupin here just for a minute.
Whether what Jyoti Brar said about the ideology.
I 100% guarantee you that Footsime thinks that, you know, the validity of trans identities, the acceptance of trans people, is also linked to imperialism. 100% guarantee you. But I mean, we're making like straw men here, so we can't think about these sort of things, I guess.
Being promoted by many trans.
This guy, yeah, like I say, I don't see how. I mean, this guy's a nutcase. I hate to say it. I try not to use it too much, but this guy, Bad Empanada, is literally just. He looks like he's locked in his, you know, his apartment all the time. It's like this guy made a video praising Perón. This and that. It's like, how left wing are you? It's like I don't have anything against Perón, but it's like, bro, what are you even doing? You know. I think he did that because, like, he lives in Argentina, so he has to give lip service to it. But it's like.
Transgender activists today is correct or not. I simply don't have the knowledge. I've heard people from both sides of the issue talk, and they both say things that are very persuasive. I just don't know enough.
You know, they both say things that are very persuasive. You know, we got they're both sides. You know, you cannot do that without being an imperialist. Okay, you cannot do that without being.
What will you, this cesspool of pseudo-leftists, commit? Jyoti Brar and the Communist Party of Great Britain Marxist-Leninists have been...
So he just literally said that it's a crime to be against these, you know, to criticize people. If Caleb Maupin thinks that they are good anti-imperialists and you criticize them for something that is, you know, at least tangentially unrelated, I don't think that trans rights are unrelated to imperialism, but, you know, if you criticize them for their view on something specific, you cannot do that without being an imperialist. Okay, you cannot do that without being against everything else that they also stand for. Interesting.
Forefront of struggling for the rights of working people in the United Kingdom. Furthermore, they have been on the forefront of opposing imperialism. Jyoti has traveled to Palestine to stand with the Palestinian people. Jyoti traveled to Libya.
Traveling doesn't make you on the forefront of anti-imperialism. People are on the forefront.
Oh, God damn it. You live in Argentina, you Aussie prick.
Anti-imperialism are the people in those countries. Like, it really feels like sometimes for these people, especially Caleb, who constantly cites, oh, I went I went to Iran a few times, stuff like that. It's kind of like just ticking off a box on what they see as sort of a resume of activism. Oh, I've been to this country, I've been to that country. Okay. It doesn't put you on the forefront of imperialism. It makes you basically a tourist.
To offer support to the people of Libya as they built socialism on the African continent in the face of sanctions and attacks.
So what do you want them? I mean, the thing is that the real response is, what do you want them to do? But he won't respond to that.
From the United States. The Communist Party of Great Britain, Marxist-Leninist, and Jyoti Brar.
Just like I say, with this guy, Bad Empanada, he supports the Hong Kong protests. He supports, I remember I was just typing, I was like, what do you think about that when people are getting killed, this and that? And he just laughs. He's just like, oh, it's funny, lol. This guy is a nutcase.
Beat the drum very loudly.
But yeah, I can't really speak more on that. Yeah, tourism to war-ridden countries, exactly. Is becoming leftcom. He used to be more tanky. Yeah, he used to be. I think he just wants to, what country can get an IMF loan without recognizing trans/gay rights? Yeah, he's a rad lib. Yeah, exactly. I can't really take any more of this guy. I think he's just full of it, to be honest with you. Yeah, he's boring. Okay, what's this Three Kingdoms bit?
九州战火风起，官民士子无不处于水深火热之中400年汉室日渐衰亡，我身为刘氏宗人，何以面对先皇在天之灵呢？痛哉痛哉，痛不可当啊！
我倒是与君不同，一方面是痛，另一方面却是喜。
敢问曹公喜从何来？
夏500年止于商，商500年止于周，周300年而骤起春秋战，是使天下大乱，迎来英雄辈出。由此可见，国运盛衰长短俱凭天意，如无乱世，何来英雄？请君设想，如果是在太平盛世，你只能是个织席贩履之徒，我呢，也只能是个门下校尉之辈。恰恰是这天下大乱，你我才可能创下不世功。
看来曹公是为这乱世而生的。
生于乱世是为不幸，但如能变乱为治，岂非不幸中之大幸？敢问玄德兄，此次会盟有何志向？
刘备虽不才，却
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and finish watching this.
想以天下兴亡为己任，除贼安邦，中兴大汉。
好，那么如何才能实现你的雄心呢？
天下大乱之根源，首先在于人心丧乱。因此，欲安天下，先取人心，而人心之本，在于循天道，行仁义，持忠孝。
在下以为，如今安天下已经不可能，取天下却有可能。而取天下之道，在于权谋。权谋所至，则英才毕极。上有贤君能臣，下有精兵强将。
莫非曹将军暗怀君王之志吗？莫非你想取汉自立吗？
曹某岂敢有这等非分之想？
Yeah, I wish I had read Three Kingdoms a bit more. I've seen bits and pieces of movies, but I've never actually read Three Kingdoms talking about Cao Cao and Guang Yu and all those folks. and Liu Bei.
不过，此次我一进城关，我就感觉到各路诸侯名为会盟，实则勾心斗角，暗藏雄心大志的也绝不在少数。
这一点，在下也深有同感。我一直在想，何以袁绍振臂一呼，18路诸侯纷纷聚集会盟？难道他们真的想除贼扶汉吗？未必。乱贼董卓原是西凉一刺史，其权位尚不如这些诸侯。而今呢，高居京城，口衔天险，独霸朝纲，这就使得天下的众诸侯心中不平啊！他们会觉得，昔日西凉一猪狗，怎配窃居龙庭？受在下直言，与其说他们在仇恨董卓，倒不如说他们在嫉妒董卓。于是匆匆起兵，匆匆会盟，其意。
I know we're not giving much commentary. I'm just enjoying watching this, to be honest with you. But yeah. What's going on, Falcone General? Should read it too, honestly, yeah. Have you ever read 7 Pillars of Wisdom? I have not read that, no. Yeah, the only book that I've read a little bit of is, trying to think of it now, Journey to the West, the one with Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. Cultural Revolution mostly took jabs at Buddhism, but it cooled down after Mao got out of power. Yeah, exactly. That's true, yeah. And now, of course, the Shaolin Temple.
是想趁天下碎裂之时，争夺一块地盘，壮大自己的势力。他们哪里是在救天下？他们是想趁乱争天下，趁乱分天下。所以在下才认定，天下大乱之根源，首先在于人心之丧乱。
That was a very engaging scene or something like that. Let's go ahead and see what this is. This Ancap Town. Oh, okay. Is this the first one? It's been a while since I've seen these movies because I don't. Oh, clever. Oh, wow. Murray Rothbard and Hans Hermann Hoppe. Okay. Atlas Shrugged. Oh, boy. A good version this time. I think this is the second movie, isn't it? The only problem with slavery wasn't that it was voluntary. Yeah. Bob Murphy. Ludwig von Mises. Oh boy. Yeah. Handcap Security Company. Oh boy. That's some good deepfake though. I will give you that. That's some very good deepfake. Somebody went to a lot of work on that. Yep, it still works, yeah. So this is the first one, huh? Taxation is theft. Cowie's not welcome. Don't forget the state is paid.
Bigger civic improvements and lower taxes. On election day, cast your vote for a proven leader.
It's 1955 or whatever year it is. Oh, so stupid.
It's gotta be a dream.
That's pretty funny.
Obama had been.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot it was the okay neocon moment. Nah, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and finish up on a. This is unrealistic. He would have to pay to use the road. Exactly. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah. No, we won't do that. let's go ahead and finish up on a more positive note. Let's do we're going to finish up on a more positive note here. No, don't worry. Yeah. Here we go. Let's finish up with this. I don't know if CGTN will strike me down, but this would be a nice little video. Nice little cozy video to watch here. So this is for Shaolin Dharma Sword. So pretty good. We get to see about being at the Shaolin Temple. The Southern Shaolin Temple. Okay. Put this in the stream list for next time. Okay. A beautiful place. I know it's more of a cosmopolitan sort of tourist thing, but I would love to see the Southern Shaolin Temple. I would. I'd love to go see there. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and continue.
少林达摩剑是少林寺达摩祖师流传下来的，总共分为4个仪式。第3式呢，主要就是以把全身的力量集中于我的胯以及我的胸腔这个部分，而跳跃起来，以剑在头顶的方式砍下去。 鸟剑式呢，它是跟劈剑式是不一样的。劈剑式是具有攻击性，鸟剑式呢，它是对于我
Catcher says CGTA funded, yeah, by the Chinese government, yeah. Do analysis on video and link next time? Sure.
劈剑鸟我脚架崩万花围技巧才组成的就是少林寺达摩剑。
I don't see the video that you linked, but yeah. Oh, are you talking about the the anarchist one, the labor one? Yeah, we can do that.
2008年
if that's the one you did, yeah.
我来到少林寺的时候，我很惧怕。我特别是见到我们师傅方丈的时候，我很小的时候，大老远就是看见他，我不知道为什么，我掉头就跑，就是那种。 刚开始接触剑的时候，觉得它的外形很帅。后来练了一段时间过后，觉得剑给自己带来了勇气，带来了自信，甚至那个时候一度很膨胀，觉得自己是最厉害的。经常拿着剑四处挑战师兄弟们。 直到有一次在切磋的时候，我差
I mean, the state actually funds the media. Orwell's Nightmare, yeah. Very educational.
所以从那以后
Oh yeah.
就渐渐的我放弃，因为我对这个剑有畏惧的心理，因为那个东西很锋利。
I think it is interesting though. I think it is ironic though that y'all are saying she-bucks, isn't that? Because I think that the Shaolin Temple actually the monks do get paid by the government. So yeah, it is one of those. It is an interesting point though about the Shaolin Temple, but still it's fascinating. So
后来我就找到了寺院里的老师傅，老师傅告诉我，这一切都是习武中的修行。
练剑，练的什么？心有所指，心在想什么，干干净净，没有一丝杂念，在你的作为当中专注一丝。
honestly, if I was younger, I would love to be a monk. It seems so much easier just to be a monk. And even these guys, they're more warrior monks as it's called. But I'd be fine with just being a regular monk. That'd be great.
那个时候我明白，其实所有的问题不在于剑，而是在于我自己的本身，是自己的内心浮躁导致。
Okay. See your new video.
所以我会经常去画一些寺院里的雕塑，在绘画的同时，其实就在磨练自己的本身，还有我的性格，让我更加的去专注做一件事情。这么多年，师兄们也一直陪伴着我，经常会陪我去后山采药，没有因为那件事情跟我产生隔阂，让我慢慢的放下了那些顾虑。所以说，再一次拿起那把剑的时候，就内心就很平静。坐禅呀也好，生活也好，熏香也好，上殿也好，他们逐渐成为我生活的一部分过后，少林寺已经是我的归宿，同样也是我的家。它让我在修行的路上更加的坚定。
Pretty interesting, though. I don't care. Yeah. But I do the place, but I can't because of my strike. Oh wow. Who gave you a strike, Poppy? Well, it's none of my business, but yeah. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and look at Kaz banned from YouTube's video. Okay. Kept the crabs for ancestors, but they hung tightly. Their powerful claws, and no student stepped forward. Sat dumbfounded, yeah. We're willing to take the semester off to recuperate. Full of liberal students who were shocked at the end of the semester to see their grades had all been lowered to Fs. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Whoop. Yep. Yeah, nationalism. Yeah, exactly. Tried to repost death to it poll. Yeah. Like I say, that's one thing. I used to, there was a time I used to, one of the most viewed videos I had was that Hermann Goering video, and it was from Discord. I remember I took one of those videos from Discord, and I just don't do the Discord videos anymore. At least I don't upload them here, because I know that that's just going to, turn into Shiza. So, yeah. Yeah, such as a way in, but yeah, crabnet. Yeah, exactly. Just okay. Well, I don't know. I think we've uploaded everything else. I saw Anum Kazan was in the chat earlier, so I appreciate him coming in and stepping out. I'm just kind of feeling sleepy. It's kind of why I just wanted to upload those quick videos today. Should I show my stuff? Press 1 if you want me to show y'all that video and kind of explain my reasoning behind that video, the 2020 in a nutshell. You want me to do that? Press 1 if you want me to do that, or press 2 if you want me to do something else. I'll just wait. It'll be a moment. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Sounds good. Then I will do that. Then let me go ahead and show y'all that video. I liked it. I thought it was fun to make. I watched it a couple times through. It was fun. Okay. I'll just do... Oh, sorry. There we go. Yeah, here it is. Tomboy GF. Well, I'll show this one first. Yeah, the 2020 in a nutshell. I thought this was a fun video.
Because you never can tell.
So I decided, I mean, I like that Gremlin song, that theme song. I thought it's just a good song to hear. So that's why I did that. And I thought, just try to have like more of a landscape. That's why I was trying to do it like the scorched earth type of thing. But yeah.
There just might be a gremlin in your house.
I just love that song. I don't care. And of course, this was the the target that got looted in Minneapolis after oh man, what's his name? Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Oh, see you later, Poppy. See you later, Poppy Chulo. All that looting, oh man. And then of course the whole business with the auto zone too. Y'all remember that business? With the auto zone, the where they said, oh, a cop's purposely trying to wreck that auto zone, everything else like that. Oh, that was a cop. There's so many other aspects to that. The whole protest that started from George Floyd. That's it. And of course, this is Michael Reinhold. This bit. I got this from King 5 News, this video. Goes up and I didn't even notice the one guy with the skateboard that goes by and then they shoot him and then they both run off. Yeah. Okay, so this is the bit. Okay, so this is the bit. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to show it. I probably should have, but with the Jeep Cherokee, those two kids that were doing donuts in the park, and then went through, to actually show the Jeep Cherokee. I show the aftermath of Jeep Cherokee when they shot it and they injured that one black dude and then they killed the other black kid that was driving. It's insane to think about, isn't it, with Chaz? And I do remember that video where they were showing that there were some people saying, the fascists lost today because apparently they thought that those people that were in the Grand Cherokee were fascists. They're actually just two black kids, one of which was killed. But of course, nobody ever talks about that. Now they're just kind of like, now you'll see that the anarchists don't really like to, you don't hear E. American Johnson go on and on about it. I remember I asked him point blank, like, you think you could do a video talking about, what happened with Chaz, this and that? They keep their mouths shut about it because they know it was a bad rap, She's not bad. I'll put it that way. She's not bad, but yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, fiery, but mostly peaceful person. Yeah, Chaz was the same. They got away with it. No one even cares. Yeah, it's true. Look at that. And that's the result of, these security, the Chaz security, shooting this up. And this is, apparently, I noticed that Green Juche pointed this out, and I did see it, but I was like, apparently they segregated the porta potties. These are porta potties that were provided by the city of Portland, or I'm sorry, the city of Seattle. Sorry, but yeah, the city provided all these. And of course, this just shows the night of, and there were other people who were showing video of the audio, and they were showing audio of it, and what they were, what the security force were saying, this and that. Unbelievable. And this is stuff from just a couple days ago from DC. I didn't really care, to be honest with you, because I think it's just cringe to see the Million MAGA March and all that. It's just cringe. Now this is I've seen this a couple times, but this is amazing to see. Think about. So you see that? So you see the cop right there. You can tell that's like a butch lesbian or something like that, coming up there, and she wants to prove herself. Let me rewind it back a little bit. I'll show y'all. So you see this one guy. He's kind of staying back. She just comes up and just starts wailing on him, and then she's not strong enough. And what does she do? She tosses him so that everybody else can come get him. That's women for you, isn't it? Hey, come take care of my mess, guys. You know, I wasn't strong enough to take him on, even though I had the cojones to try to, you know, and then wrap that right up. Yeah. And of course, you saw people were shot and stabbed in Washington, D.C., but yeah, crazy to think about, yeah. Liberalism TM, yeah. Brad lives in reactionary, ends up reducing property value. It does, yeah. The mayor's gonna get fired? Probably not. Yeah. And of course, we see the MAGA peas and everything.
As the first Million MAGA March, we promise that if the GOP would not do everything in their power to keep Trump in office, then we
destroy the GOP. And I was just trying to show that they're gremlins by, you know, showing this at the end, by having this. Just, yeah, they're no better than the swamp creatures that they claim to be fighting. That's basically what I was saying with that. But yeah, I thought that was funny anyway. Yeah. People's research, yeah. More blacks died in Chaz than in the KKK rally. Exactly, yeah. Two flavors of liberals fighting. Basically, yeah, that's what it is. I'll show you this next one. I want to explain this one a little bit with this Sophie Lane. This gal. She doesn't seem real, to be honest with you. She doesn't seem real. I'm just going to show you this right quick.
Hey, son, what in the world is a tomboy GF?
Like I say, this Sophie Lane doesn't seem real at all. I'm going to show y'all just a brief thing, yeah. Oops. There we go. Oh, it's so... Okay, sorry. I can't pronounce things. Okay. There we go.
I fear we're facing a problem. You love me, no.
I'm surprised she's not that big of a thing. It's like, I know that there's a lot of boomer simps, but it's like... I thought that was funny, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get into this Sophie Lane thing. It's just unbelievable, really. It's like, how is this broad even real? You know? If you ever wanted your tomboy BF, this is as close as you're going to get. Let me go ahead and see here. Oh, here we go. Here's another one where she starts shooting. Here we go.
Alrighty, we're back here at Strong Point Shooting Complex, and I'm with Jesse Teague from Heckler & Koch, and he's going to show us a whole collection of firearms, and it's going to be pretty wicked.
You guys are going to enjoy it. All right, my name's Jesse Teague. I'm with... Doesn't seem real, does it? Yeah. Yeah, I'll be streaming after this, so... Oh, okay, that sounds good. That sounds good, man. Yeah, we're almost done, don't worry, but yeah. It's just funny to think about with her, isn't it? Yeah.
Heckler & Koch. I work in the engineering department and the test side. I build prototypes. I test
Shut
products,
up, virgin.
all that good stuff. I brought Sophie out to play.
There we go.
So the next one is one that everybody. So the next one is one that everybody wants to look at, handle.
Like I said, this is the closest you're going to get to your tomboy BF. I'm surprised, though, that it's like, I'm surprised people don't simp for her harder. It's like, you know, I don't know. Yeah. It's like, how can she be real, huh? That she loves tanks, this and that. It's like, come on, man. Meme culture is weird. Yeah, exactly. Cult better than HK. Yeah. Meme culture is weird. It really is, yeah.
Welcome. Today I have NACC curator Rob Kogan and our T28 Super Heavy tank, and I want to address one of the most common questions that I see on the channel after the T28 videos that I posted, as well as around on social media, and that is what this tank is actually called. A really common misunderstanding is that the T28 becomes the T95 with the outer tracks on, but that's not
Coomer's in the chat. Yeah.
Later asked, what's a
There-
T28?
yeah.
What's a T95? And the answer is they're the same.
There's a lot of boomers that simp for her, though. Yeah, there are a lot of boomers that simp for her. Let me see here. I think we can all agree that tank needs more thicker armor. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the simping. Oh man, the simping. Oh man, look at that simping right there. Oh man. Oh man. Always rocks the 90s chocolate. The simping doesn't stop. That's yeah. Wanting a tomboy is an expression of homosexuality. It really is. It really is. Yeah. I thought I'd point that because I'm surprised she isn't more of a meme, to be honest with you. I'm surprised. I'm surprised it isn't more of a meme. Can you? That's just me anyway. It's like simp market is overserved. Yeah. Simping ain't easy, brother. It really isn't. Well, yeah. The simping does go, yeah. I just don't let simp in his natural habitat. Yeah. It really is. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me how you could be that much of a simp. You know? She's so goddamn hot. Unbelievable. Whenever I see this tank hell march. Oh my goodness. Let me see what other simp comments are there. Oh, there's a hilarious comment that was on one of my videos. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's I think it's one of my videos, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, XJ Rigmon. Okay. There's somebody that actually said this in the comment. Oh my goodness. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if that person deleted it or not. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Ben Shapiro looks hot, but he's not cool. He's nerdy, but he's kind of hot. What is it with women? What are you doing? What do you do? What are women doing? Le simp in his neck. Just oh my goodness. I mean, what is it with women? This was posted apparently, earlier today, but it's like Ben Shapiro looks hot, but he's not cool. He's nerdy, but he's kind of hot. What? What is it with women? Oh, horny. Oh my goodness. Sometimes horny can be too much, can it? Woman moment. It really is. Yeah, my wife property had hair like that before we married. Oh, really? Golly. Oh man. It's wild, isn't it, with these women? Oh, Lord have mercy. Given unironic. Oh, I haven't given him a wrench. Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and do that. My bad. Let me go ahead and give him a wrench. You're right. Let me give you a wrench, sir. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay. Now we got the wrench going. Okay. We got the wrench gang. Exactly. Yep. Wrench gang. Just as Anun Kazan was saying, as Workers Collective was saying, we're here to make things more democratic so that everybody can share a post or share a video that they wanted to see. So yeah, we're trying to make it more equal. But I think I'm kind of getting sleepy. I think I've kind of said my piece on everything. There's one last thing that I will say here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the screen share for a moment. There we go. Okay. So the last little bit I wanted to share is we're kind of talking about just how, we were kind of talking about it at the beginning with Matt Walsh. But the idea with separatism and how it would work and how complicated it would be, I don't think any sort of revolution is going to happen right away because, yeah, part of it, as Matt Walsh was saying, is that, we're all just basically lazy and everything else. But yeah, I think also it's just the fact that can the ranch party become a real thing? Yeah. Yeah, we can make it real. Exactly, yeah. But yeah, basically, I think that you would have to standardize everything and just try to have some organization, which doesn't exist. There's not really a sense of loyalty amongst these groups. Like these, Nick Fuentes is eventually going to break apart, and he's going to end up just becoming, another, conservative sort of guy who tries to deny his Nazi past. We're going to see people like Vosh who are going to become more neoliberal as time goes on. And we're going to see the country continue to fall apart, But I think it's just going to be one of these slow sort of breakdowns, where, people end up just becoming, lumpen proletariats where, they're running guns or they're selling drugs, this and that. And that's, unfortunately, that's going to be the future. It's not going to be some huge revolution, not yet anyway. Until people get completely burned out, then something is going to happen. But yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say. I know that's kind of, you want to check out my playlist? I'll leave the link. Sure. Does Kareem Moop come around anymore? Sometimes Glasnow. He does. It's been a while since he has, but yeah. It was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago I saw him. But yeah, that's about it though. Yeah, the flag will have a logo with a raised fist with a wrench in hand. That sounds like some good aesthetics. Yeah. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and end it there. I think we had a good run. We'll go ahead and let Anu Kazan stream, and y'all can enjoy that. So I'll go from there. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and put the outro video on. Why not? So wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a good day or a good night, and goodbye.